Hello everyone, my name is Yongkang He. As you can see from the screen, I love to collect all different badges. I'm actually the first one globally become a kubestronaut. And then I created the astronaut program to award those people who completed all AWS certifications. So today, I'm very happy to talk about EKS 1.31. That's the latest Kubernetes from Amazon. By the way, I'm also AWS Community Builder. So before I jump to the details, just to provide a quick update. So last December, I went to AWS re:Invent for the first time. I tell you what, it is awesome experiences. If you haven't been there, you should plan to join AWS re:Invent at least once at some point. So on the left-hand side, you can see I'm at probably about a 60 or AWS gold jackets. And we also met the AWS Gold Jacket program creator at AWS Community Certification launch. On the right-hand side, yeah, talk about the AWS Community Builder. Right now, the application is open. If you're interested to join me to become an AWS Community Builder, please apply before 20th January. Okay, let's get started. So EKS 1.31. How to spin up a Amazon EKS cluster? I love automation. So if you don't have a AWS account, you can sign up a trial account typically in about 5 minutes. And then you can use my automation to spin up a EKS cluster. Typically in about 15 minutes, you just run one command. You can create the whole environment for you to try. And once you've done your testing, my suggestion is to clean it up. Otherwise, Amazon will keep charging you. So there are a little bit of preparation tasks. So for example, if you're not using Amazon AWS Cloud Shell, you need to install AWS CLI and then configure it. Once you have the CLI installed, you configured, you just clone the repository from my GitHub repository. And then you can customize the cluster name or instance type or which region, which zone are you going to use. So once you get ready, all you need to do is just run one command /eks-deploy.sh. So I'm an AWS community builder. Let me show you how to build an Amazon EKS cluster. So from the command line, what you can actually, let me log into the web console. I will show you how to get started and then come back to show you, explain what we are going to build. So I log into AWS Cloud Shell. Actually, let me go back to EKS Amazon Web Console. As you can see from the screen, I don't have a EKS cluster right now. You can click this icon to launch an AWS Cloud Shell, or in this case, I open up the Cloud Shell in a separate tab. So all I need to do is just to run this command, but where is the command? It's from my GitHub repository. If you already cloned the repository, you don't have to clone again. So here is a repository, EKS Casa. That's the all the EKS related stuff from this repository. I also do have some other cloud. So if you click this repository, yeah, by the way, I do have a 20 star, and previously my EKS repo got 27 star, in total about 50 stars. Feel free to follow my GitHub repository. I do have 362 followers. If I click the EKS Casa here, so go down a little bit, you can see you clone the repository. If you don't have the repository clone, you do the clone. For my case, I already have. It will give you some more, error message since I already cloned. And then what you need to do is you need to install the required tools, change to the directory, run the AWS prep. So for example, the EKS CTO wasn't installed, the kubectl wasn't installed, Helm not installed. So for my case, I already installed all of these. all I need to do is just run the dot slash EKS-deploy. Let's get started. So first of all, I need to change to the directory EKS console, and then paste the command here, press enter. So typically in about 15 minutes, you can see the job already kicked off. And we're going to set in the region US East 2, in which availability zones. So right now, as you can see from the screen, it will break down as two separate tasks. One is to create the control plane, as you can see here. And then we're going to manage the node groups. So behind the scene, actually, there is something else also created. If I go back to the slides, you can see. So we will use the command line tool EKS-ctl to create a EKS cluster rule, create a node IAM rule, create a cluster control plane, and then manage the node groups. So part of the creation, we also create a separate VPC, the subnets, internet gateway, security groups, elastic load balancer, and we also enable the EBS CSI driver, which is required if you're running a stateful application. So in this case, part of my automation, I also deploy a sample PostgreSQL database, which is pretty popular nowadays. So come back to the command line Cloud Shell. As you can see right now, it's still creating the control plane. So behind the scene, actually, it will launch to CloudFormation stack. If you want to look into this, you can go to the web console and then click CloudFormation. So once it's loaded, you can see the first task is to create the cluster control plane. You should be able to see the CloudFormation stack is here. Right now, it's in progress. So this step, it does take about 10 plus minutes. So I'm going to pause here until it finish. All right. As you can see from the screen right now, it's still progressing pretty well. And now it's still creating the control plane. Looks like a control plane is already created. Now creating add-ons. So with that, let me come back to the slide deck. I really want to remind everyone, if you are doing the testing, once you've done your testing, remember to run eks-destroy.sh to clean up the environment. Basically, it will remove the whole EKS cluster and all the relevant resources, including the node group, the control plane, the EKS cluster rule, the node IAM rule, the EBS CSI driver, the VPC, security groups, ARB, internet gateway, etc. So one thing to highlight is to enable the CSI driver, actually, Amazon documentation is pretty confusing. So I managed to automate it just part of the EKS deploy. You just, you don't have to set up the EKS, EBS CSI driver separately. So just to share a few reference links. So you go to the automation source code available from my GitHub repository. If you want to learn a little bit more from our Amazon official documentation page, the middle one. If you really like to create it from the web console, I also have a video to show you how to create an EKS cluster from the web UI. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it looks like it's still creating the add-on right now. Let me walk you through a little bit more from the slide deck. So I really hope I encourage you to follow me, to follow us to learn. So far, my personal LinkedIn page got 44,000 LinkedIn followers. I got the link here, and I also manage the kubestronaut LinkedIn page. So in just the 10 months, we got 25,000 followers. And Kasuga, the KS Kubernetes plus AI user group, in 2 years, we got 24,000 members. You might be interested to join us. We're available in 9 countries, actually 8 countries right now, 9 cities globally. And the KSDM, that's the most active discussion group. Right now, we just got over 17,000 members. I think probably took about 3 years to grow to 17,000 members. On the right-hand side, you can see last year, probably 1.5 years ago, I created the Kasuga LinkedIn page. We just got to over 12,000 followers. Yeah, you might be interested to follow us. And another one is about an astronaut or AWS astronaut. So that's the certification community for AWS. Okay, in 5 months, we got 7,700 followers. Last night, actually 2 days ago, I just created a Kesuga LinkedIn newsletter. So in the first 24 hours, we just got to 5,000 subscribers. You might be interested to join us as well. On the bottom right side, so because my personal LinkedIn page got a limitation, actually, it's a limitation for everyone. You can't get over 30,000 connections. So in order to be able to connect with more people, so I created a separate LinkedIn page called kubestronaut. In just 2 months, I got close. I think it's about to hit the 1,400 followers. Yeah, please follow me, follow us. So let me come back to the web console, to the Cloud Shell and say, yeah, it looks like right now we are moving on to the second cloud formation stack. We are building the managed node group right now. So if you want to verify from the cloud formation stack, you can see actually both of the cloud formation stack just completed successfully. So it should be ready in a few seconds. So let me press enter. Yeah, almost there. And I might just to show you something else. Actually, I don't have anything to show you right now. Let me wait and see if yeah, now once it's ready, actually on the right-hand side of the screen, let's see if the cluster is ready. So if I run get node status, you can see, yeah, the cluster node wasn't ready yet. Hopefully in a few seconds, it should be ready. Oh, I forgot to mention, actually, we haven't enabled the CSI driver yet. So now the step is we are enabling the CSI driver. So hopefully not far away. And while we're waiting, I wanted just to show you the scripts. So part of the EKS deploy, what I did here is pretty simple. So you can see I do have a CSI enable scripts here, and the EKS deploy basically just using the EKS CTO command to create the cluster. So by default, we are going to create just one node, but we do allow it to scale from 1 node to 3 nodes, and the version specified as an environment variables. Okay, yeah, feel free to explore a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to ping me via any one of the ways listed from my GitHub page or my YouTube channel. Okay, yeah, while we're talking here, back to the Cloud Shell, you can see total time to spin up the EKS cluster, that's 13 minutes. Yeah, Amazon actually did a little bit of improvement over the last few release. You previously need like a 16 minutes or even more, now reduced just under 13 and a half minutes. So on the right hand of the screen, let's just verify if the node is ready. Get node status, you can see. Now I got should have 1 node actually started as a 2 node cluster. So both of the nodes running 1.31, that's the latest version from Amazon, by the way. So if I get the port status all, you can see not only I have the cluster installed, I also have the PostgreSQL database running. 69 seconds ago, it's running and it's ready. So I'm just demonstrating to you how you can quickly to spin up a EKS cluster via the automation. Just use, literally just use one command to create the whole environment for you to run some testing. Remember, once you've done all of the testing to destroy, you can run the command scripts called /EKS-destroy.sh. Yeah, I'm not going to test anything right now. But before that, let me verify from the web console. So if I do a refresh right now, you should be able to see a cluster. Yeah, it's active. It's running 1.31. So I'm not going to explore any from here. I'll leave you guys to, try by yourself. So yeah, to avoid the charges, I'm going to destroy the cluster immediately. So press enter, you will say typically take about 10 minutes. We will remove the whole environment created by the automation. So remove the EKS cluster. So but actually before behind of the scene, it will remove the node group first. Okay, then remove the control plane and remove the rest of the resources created. So back to the slide deck. So this is the one I want to talk about is follow us. So last year, I started a campaign called 2024 Share the Joy 50%, a campaign to encourage more people from the community to donate their 50% of code to help the rest of the community builders. It went pretty well. It was initially to just help the Linux Foundation or CNCF Kubernetes certifications, but now I expanded to cover AWS certification and the rest of the cloud certifications. Please join us, follow us by any one of the ways listed here. So we are about to start the 2025 Share the Joy 50% campaign. We are going to help you and help more people on their cloud native journey. I hope it is useful to you all. Thanks for watching.